Come on, Ray, come on! We're starting! Whoa, gentle there.
This new haircut is quick, eh?
Very aerodynamic. And the beard's gone.
Beard's gone, mustache is back. Just like the NFL season, you know?
That's us. What's up, guys? Welcome
Thursday
to week
night.
2. Thursday night. Welcome to week 2 of football. It's 2:30 in the morning. We just punched out.
Crazy night here at BP Collingwood, you know? Serving up some $7 buds, some tasty treats. Wing night on
Yep.
Thursdays, half price wings. We don't need
Yeah.
that. Sound like we're a walking clipboard? Ad board?
Ad.
Billboard.
Billboard.
We call it
There
here.
you go.
Speak-
Welcome.
We'll touch on the ad board for a second. Amber, give us a
Ad
little
board.
spin here. It's Thursday night football, and I know the chairs are out right now. But where else do you want to come in town to watch the game? Look at all these screens. Okay, we got the Sunday ticket. We got all the NFL packages. Where else are you gonna go to watch your football team and drink $7 pints?
You forgot your microphone.
Oh, right. I hope it picks me up. Game day menu, $7
Just talking
pints.
about how cool I was.
Appetizers.
Walking around.
Appetizers.
I don't know if you guys heard it, but he said Riley's really cool. He said that over and over again, I don't know, for a while. Now he's back.
Okay,
We
welcome.
also have a lot of TVs, he said that too.
We just finished week 1 football, and then we just watched the Thursday night game.
What
sick,
an upset.
sick game if you're a Bills fan. Very bad game if you're a Dolphins fan.
An even worse game if you picked Tyreek Hill first overall over CMC.
Yeah.
I did that. 5 fantasy points tonight.
Let's talk about it. James,
If you had James Cook, Devon Achane, you put up 60 points. 60 points against the Hawk.
yeah,
One game in. The old Johnny's back.
I'm back,
Remember when we
baby.
used to have the regular last year?
Yeah.
Wow. Sorry, Hawk.
So yeah, I had Devon Achane and James Cook on my fantasy team, and they both lit it up for me. James Cook had 3 touchdowns today, and a whole lot of rushing yards. And Achane, who is going to be a game time decision, who's coming off an ankle sprain, just only scored once, but tore apart the Miami or the Buffalo defense. Just feel like every time you put the ball in his hand, he ran 12 yards, if not more.
If I may add, Mike McDaniels, if you're listening, Vanessa has a complaint. It's not fair. What's the third-string guy? Jeff Wilson?
Jeff Wilson.
He was listed at plus 100 for an anytime touchdown, and he didn't step foot on the field. Vanessa wants you to know.
She wants her money back.
If you bet on Achane, you're laughing.
Yeah. I texted Riley today. I said, hey, there's what's Jalen Wright. This is the guy that's going to play Thursday night. You can get him for plus 275 right now. Great odds. Take him while you can. The guy went for 5 rushing yards on 4 attempts. Not much still. Glad we didn't do that.
I apologize for not making more eye contact every time we're on this side of the table. I just love watching the big screen. Can't get enough of it.
Can't get enough.
So yeah, we got close. We made we like our two guys to score a touchdown bet. 2 legs.
Yeah.
James Cook scored 3. We just needed to score 1, and Tyreek Hill had to score the other. We were able to cash out last second when he got comfy on the bench with his buddy Waddle.
Yeah. It was weird. I've
Oh.
never seen a cash out that late. We were like mid-third quarter. And
Still offered half our money back.
still offered half our money back, so we took it.
Couple of wins. We usually like to ride it out, but poor Tua.
Responsible today.
Tua. If you bet on Tua's over yards, usually 2.5 rush yards, he probably, I don't know, 10 times did, no?
Yeah, oh yeah.
2 first downs.
Yeah.
Last first down, put him down.
One too many first downs.
2 first downs.
One too many rushing yards today. Very sad to see. He
He had 1 too many concussions tonight.
That's Kelsey's fantasy team's name.
he had a great run to get the first down. They were on the 4-yard line. That would have been maybe another touchdown for Devon Achane. Maybe
one for Tyreek
maybe a
Hill.
little jet sweep for Tyreek Hill. But
Instead, they have their second string quarterback. So you might as well just bench Tyreek Hill next week because Tua ain't coming back.
yeah, it's gonna
Don't
be
bench
wild.
Tyreek Hill. Don't be crazy, but
This is his 5th concussion now. Very sad to watch. He just like if you watch him get hit in the head and the way he just leans to the side and curls up like he's going to bed. It's like, oh, it's heartbreaking.
It's sad to see.
All right, let's get into it. Last week was sick. What was your favorite game last week to watch? Did you watch many games last week?
I was driving home from Fort Erie at 1 p.m. exactly, so I was only listening to games. But boy, was the Cincinnati-New England game fun to listen to. Is there a rewind button on this thing? Because if you look back this time last week on this very podcast, I called it and none of you guys listened. 43% of survival pools
Yeah.
gone because of the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah.
I told you!
Joe Burrow looked like ass out there. That was not good.
Wasn't good. That beach blonde hair's got to go.
But what do you expect when your top wide receiver wants to sit on the sideline at practice and pout in his street clothes, wanting to get paid?
You got to practice.
He's got 2 years left on his contract, dude. Go to
You
practice.
gotta practice.
You gotta practice. Practice makes permanent.
Practice makes tournament.
Yeah,
Write that down. That's good.
that's good. But what do you expect when nobody's, you miss all that practice and you just expect to go out there and play your best? No.
I know this wasn't part of our notes, but how many wide receivers did that happen to? CeeDee Lamb?
CeeDee Lamb, what did he put up 10 fantasy points. He had a couple catches.
He didn't practice.
He had 10 targets, only caught 5 of them.
Obviously, Jamar Chase.
Jamar Chase went 6 for 6, but for like 40 yards.
And then another sick call, not by me this time, but by John. What happened Monday?
Brandon,
You called it.
I called it. Brandon Ayuk had nothing. Ugh, disgusting round for him. But as you expect, he didn't practice. What do you know? The guy who does practice, Deebo Samuel,
Made us some money.
touchdown.
Wow.
We were golfing that morning, and I told Riley, I said, Riley, this is how it's gonna go
With
down.
Brandon Ayuk. We said, hey man, go practice. You got paid.
Yeah. For some reason, he was golfing with us.
I don't get it, man. That guy never learns.
And I told Riley, I said, this is what's gonna happen. Okay, Christian McCaffrey, Achilles injury. He's either gonna be out there as a decoy or he's gonna be riding the bench. They're gonna get down to the 1 yard line, and he's gonna line up on the right side, line up on the far left side. It's gonna be a jet sweep, which means he comes running across the line of scrimmage against the Jets, which is funny enough. And he's gonna just get the ball handed off to him. He's gonna run the ball all the way around the line, and he's gonna sneak it in the corner. What do you know? That's exactly what he did.
If only it was on video.
And the best part is that Jordan Mason, running back for the San Francisco 49ers, had that touchdown the play before, but it got called back because Deebo Samuel had pass interference.
He said, not on my watch, buddy. This touchdown's mine.
This is for me. First 49ers touchdown of the year is going to me, not you, you backup.
I wonder how many times that happens. Gotta pay more attention to it.
Yeah.
So we were upset that Mason scored. We were happy Mason. Go Mason, good job. Your first start ever.
Yeah. Crazy.
He
start.
actually ended up having a great stat line. But we thought, wow, how cool would it have been if, because Brees Hall already scored at that point,
Yeah.
right? We had Brees Hall, another 2-leg touchdown score.
Yeah.
We'll build one for you on the show. That's coming up, okay? Stay tuned. We'll promise to make you at least 5 cents.
Yeah.
We thought, wow, that would have been so cool if that was Debo. And then sure enough, we see Debo doing some weird stuff to the defender, and it gets called back. Beautiful.
And
Keep it up, Debo.
Jet sweeps that in and just, I don't know what this celly was, but.
He was driving a jet.
Highlight of the day, though. Okay, we had another little touchdown parlay, and it started off in disaster because I showed up to work here and I'm turning on the TVs, like taking the chairs down, setting up the TVs, got the NFL Network on, and all I see is a video of Tyreek Hill arrested, hands behind his back, cuffed, getting shoved down into the pavement. Thought, boys, we got to cash out. We got to cash out right now.
I was still sleeping.
But it turns out the new flu game is the getting arrested because
This flu game, dude.
the flu game, like the Michael Jordan flu game, he had a cold all day, he had the
Oh,
flu,
and he destroyed
and then
the
he
game.
showed up and put up like 75 points, something ridiculous in a playoff game.
Probably at Buckley's.
Maybe.
Buckley's, we're looking for a new sponsor.
But as we can all remember, Scotty Scheffler practicing for
The
the
Masters.
PGA Valhalla Championship, day 2. He got arrested for
also
not
sick.
obliging traffic laws, and he did his morning golf stretches in a prison cell, or jail cell, holding tank, whatever the heck that is. He just stretches there, gets released, goes out there and shoots a 66.
66.
Incredible. Tyreek Hill gets arrested that morning, gets let out, does his morning warm-ups, plays in the game, goes for 7 for 138 yards, 130 yards, and a touchdown, an 80-yard touchdown.
20-yard touchdown.
This guy
Broke
was
away from 2
insane.
guys.
And
Insane.
we'll act it out for you because we're like that. Imagine I'm Tyreek Hill, okay? Get up.
Oh, God.
I make the pass. I run 80 yards into the end
Riley's so
zone.
cool. Riley's so cool. Riley's so cool. I
And
can't hear anything you're saying. Your mic's over here.
sorry.
Oh, God.
Okay. I get into the end zone.
For the
throw
record,
the ball away.
us reenacting this touchdown celebration does not show any beliefs or disbeliefs we have on any sort of
Yes.
police matter. We're playing Team Switzerland on this one. We're just showcasing what happened.
Scores.
I didn't know we were doing this either.
Gets in the corner, puts his hands behind his back, and his teammate
Waddle.
Jalen Waddle
Puts him in cuffs.
comes up, puts him behind him in cuffs, and walks him back to the bench.
It was a good jab back at the police officer that took him down for sure. From what it's being shown, it wasn't a very law-abiding cuff / shove to the pavement.
Yeah.
But
They're working
we
on
weren't
that.
there. We can't say
It's a learning opportunity.
it's right or wrong, but it didn't look too right. That's all we'll say.
Yeah, I guess we shouldn't talk about that. Sorry. On to the next topic. All right, pick of the week. Survival pool, Chargers. I'm taking it.
Ooh.
Funny enough, Chargers have never went 2-0 to start a season with Justin Herbert as their quarterback.
Oh, God.
They won last week. And what do you think they're going to do this week? Break the curse. Chargers win. Panthers just lost their only good defense as their left tackle. He's out for the season. And the Panthers just had the worst ever franchise loss. They got 47 points scored against them in week 1. Worst ever week 1 franchise loss. So I'm taking the Chargers. Go Bolts. Bolts up.
What's up? And I was convinced I was going to do the same thing until he told me they'd never won 2-0 ever to start the season. So I don't know what I'm doing. If you want to play it safe, I'd say take Baltimore. Playing against Vegas. They were 10-point favorites. I think they're now 8-point favorites. 8.5, so they're 9-point favorites. They had a disappointing game Vegas last week. I thought for sure, after the great game that
offense
Minshew
looked
had,
great.
or a great season that Minshew had it with the Colts. Devontae Adams, Jacoby Myers, they can catch balls. I don't know. Alexander Madison and Zamir White. I thought Zamir White would have been a good lead back. He obviously stunk. I have him on fantasy.
Yeah.
He let me down. Madison was going for a pretty penny and a lot of waiver wires. What, about
$11
tenth of your
Seven,
leave a
$10.
$100 bid or fab rather, and they were bidding $10, and I think that was probably around the block. 10% of your fab money was going towards Madison if you wanted him.
Yeah.
I still think Zamir White can hold it together, but disappointing week 1 for them for sure. So, I mean, I'd like to see them bounce back, but against Baltimore, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe week 3 is your week there, Vegas.
The
I mean,
Raiders.
that's a pretty easy call for me to make.
Yeah, it's okay. The Raiders do have a very good defense, and it was nice to see the Chargers put up the points they did.
I feel like Max
Right,
Crosby's probably the same size as Lamar, though. Lamar could probably just stiff arm him.
Max
Same
Crosby's
out to
an
the
animal.
psychopath.
Um,
I would say that's a safe bet, and I mean I guess Houston would probably be a safe bet too. But I might be feeling pretty confident to take Houston over the Bears. Caleb Williams broke the
Curse.
first overall draft pick, winning week 1. Hasn't happened in like 22 years.
no.
He broke that, but he didn't do it. He threw for 90 yards.
95 yards.
His defense scored 2 touchdowns.
This is the Hail
down
Mary,
17
the best
nothing.
quarterback ever.
That
I
also
would
broke
say.
a record, didn't it? Being down 17-0 in week 1, or being down
Yeah.
17-0 with a rookie, or
Yeah.
there was some sort of record that they broke. They were down 17-0, they won.
But it was the defense that won that game. Caleb Williams, you didn't do anything. You were useless.
We thought you did great.
I think you're useless. I don't know why you're on Tom's fantasy team because I think you suck.
Let's get into John's.
Let's get a little
Sorry,
unsafe
but-
here.
Is this the dog pound?
Dog of the week.
Dog of the week. We gotta have cool things that we just yell and make sound effects to. Can we get a sound bar?
I need a soundboard.
Soundboard? I think it's called sound bar.
Soundbar
Yeah.
is the thing underneath your TV.
Can we get one of those too?
Let's get a soundbar. That's what's underneath your TV. The soundboard is the box with all the buttons on it. And you click it to have sounds pop up during your podcast.
I think we just hire Uncle Tom back and he can just use the air horn now.
Dog of the week, Green Bay Packers.
Oh, that was a quick dog. Explain while I decide.
Lambeau Field, home opener for the Green Bay Packers. They just put up a pretty good game against
Did you not see Anthony Richardson's 65-yard touchdown pass?
against the Eagles. That was sick. We'll talk about
Against
that
the
in a second.
Eagles? No, last week.
Yeah, against the Eagles, Green Bay had a very good game. They unfortunately lost
Jordan
Jordan Love.
Indianapolis.
They lost Jordan Love, which is very upsetting because he was my quarterback in fantasy football. But I just think the Green Bay Packers are just a way with quarterbacks. Okay? You go from Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers, and now last year, the season that Jordan Love put up, they just don't miss. You know, other teams go through like such a tough time finding their franchise quarterback. These guys just do it like nothing. So, obviously, Malik Willis is not going to be your franchise quarterback, but I think he's got something special, and he's really going to show it. Jaden Reed's obviously going to be his first target. He put up he had a crazy day in San Pao. 2 touchdowns, bunch of receiving yards, bunch of rushing yards, 1 receiving, 1 rushing touchdown. Great game by him. He was on my bench, unfortunately. But he killed it.
What was the score of the Lions and Buccaneers game last year in the playoffs?
That was going to be, I'm going to guess, 31-24. Detroit
How the hell
Lions.
do you know that? 31-23.
Oh my God!
Did you pre-look that up?
I did not. Why would I look that up?
How did you know that?
It was a guess.
I was just looking at dogs. Because I was going to say, if I was betting on the spread, I don't know if you were done talking yet. But I'm chiming in, because that took about 3 minutes too long. You know what I'm saying?
Thought you were fast there.
What? You went fast. You were talking fast. I just heard a whole lot of, okay.
Go
Obviously, it's not really a dog. I was going to say, I bet you the Rams could beat the Cardinals. You love the Cardinals.
Love the
It's only a
Cardinals.
1-point game.
Speaking of the Cardinals, my almost upset of the week. The Cardinals, they covered the spread.
Guess what? They almost upset.
They almost upset. They're 1 touchdown away. Marvin Harrison Jr. was wide open. Of course, Kyler Murray didn't even see him there, looking to the other side of the field.
Guess who
But
stopped the last play?
DeMar Hamlin.
He's back.
And guess who also put out Tua Tagovailoa? DeMar Hamlin. The
Really?
guy's on a tear. Oh yeah, that was
He
him
was
that made
on
that
him?
hit.
Really? Yikes.
Yeah.
Huh.
But yeah, Cardinals last week, I don't know how the Bills came back and won that. That was great for the Bills.
Josh
The
Allen was
Bills.
just leaping over people. Did it all himself.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns
Touchdown
in the
called
air,
back.
2 touchdown rushing. The guy's an athlete. And, you know, after that first game, you know, he's already got his hand all bunged up because he dove in like a superhero for a touchdown. Told Brad, I said, hey, maybe they're going to sit him down and say, hey, you have a sick running back, James Cook. Why don't you just pass the ball off to him off the goal line? You don't have. We've got 16 more games left. There's no reason that you need to go ahead and play this solo mission. Okay, we're a team here. And
3 touchdowns by James Cook.
boom,
Tonight.
boom, Josh.
Boom. There he is. Hi, Josh.
Hey, look at this.
Great friend of the show.
31-10.
If you keep looking, you'll see
3 of
Tyreek
those
Hill on the
touchdowns
bench.
for James Cook.
It's my fantasy #1.
Yeah.
It's all a fantasy, thinking Tyreek Hill's going to score any points. I haven't given up on you, buddy. For the record, I'm not saying Tampa's going to beat the Lions. I'm saying they're going to obviously cover the spread. I shouldn't say obviously. The Lions have very good potential at crushing them.
Yeah.
But Tampa played great in the playoffs those 2 games.
Yeah.
They killed our birds.
Baker
beyond killed our
Mayfield.
birds.
Baker may throw for 4 touchdowns and 300 yards.
And Baker may also suck.
Who knows?
You never know.
Touchdown scores this week. What do you got?
Okay, this is what we promised you. Let's call this What should we call this segment?
The 2 guy, 2 TDs.
The 2 guy, 2 leg parlay.
Yeah.
The 2 guy, 2D, 2 DT, 2 leg parlay. Make an acronym really quick.
2D, 2D, RTD,
LTG.
Yes. Let's go.
Boom.
Okay.
We haven't discussed these picks with each other, by the way.
Nope.
Unless you have
and
your certain symbol.
I have one
I don't
written on the
think you
sheet,
do.
but I'm not even going to say it because I want to pick somebody else.
Should we say it at the same time to see if we say the same person?
Yes. But are you going to say the one on the sheet?
I don't
I'm not
know
going
what
to.
was on the sheet.
Okay, good. Okay.
I mean, look at it so I don't. I was going to say it.
You were going to say that?
Yeah.
I have CeeDee Lamb written on the sheet. Now, Dak Prescott,
Soft game last week. for
Cowboys had a sick game, but they were winning so
Good.
fast so early. There was no point of CeeDee Lamb going out there and getting some massive yards. They're going to play a more competitive week this week with New Orleans, maybe.
Oh,
But
That's
maybe
weird. I didn't know they changed their name to New Orleans.
I was
It's
searching
a lot
for it.
more. You know, they already had 2 names. New Orleans.
Yeah, New
Orleans. I want to meet the mayor. Get him on the show.
Do you have a touchdowner?
Yeah. What did you say?
I took back
We're gonna talk about
CeeDee.
CeeDee.
I think the first week they just skipped out. Okay, the people that were going through contract negotiations: Jamar Chase, Brendan Ayuk, CeeDee Lamb. There's no way. I guarantee you that they told those quarterbacks and said, "Hey, look for the other options. Don't go for these guys. You know, they need to be. You know, need a little time in the corner for skipping out on all this practice. So you're skipping all those guys. Those 3 guys, horrible 3 games. Okay, this week goes to CeeDee. He's been practicing all week. He's doing his thing. Touchdown for CeeDee. But he's not my pick of the week. You know who is? Jahmyr Gibbs. He's so good at football. So good at
It's
football.
bizarre how both
running back,
backs can be so good.
running back for the Detroit
Both
Lions.
so good.
Huge pass catching threat, and he's just got so much speed. He could literally score from anywhere on the field. He is so good. I love him.
So good. Guess what he said last week? Jahmyr Gibbs sucks.
No,
Montgomery's going to score
he
everything.
he
and it took until overtime, people.
He missed out on lots of practice because he had a hamstring issue. So I figured a lot of it's going to go to Monty. He's got David Montgomery. That's who Monty is. He's going to get a lot of the running
They
backs.
go way back.
He's going to get a lot of the running back room for
What he calls
Detroit
John?
Lions.
Grudy.
Grudy.
Grudy and Monty.
That's my other podcast. If anyone's on
Yikes.
Grudy and Monty on football. Yeah, Dave Montgomery's just. He was the only healthy one. Jahmyr Gibbs was, hamstring injury. So I wasn't sure if, they both scored. Monty with the game winner in overtime, but yeah, Gibbs is my pick this week. Lock it in.
Boom. Very good. I like that. Okay, I was going to go a little crazy.
Ooh. Okay.
When you do like a 2-legger, you want to, usually have pretty good odds. But I really believe this is if he stays healthy.
Okay.
So I just picked him up.
That's scary when you say that.
All of a sudden, he's not practicing. He hasn't even practiced today. Today's Thursday.
Uh-oh.
Hear me out. I can call him it because we're friends. Schulte. Schultze? I don't know. Dalton Schultz. Mark that down. Am I
What?
crazy?
Yeah, that's insane.
Plus 210. Great bang for your buck. Great value. What do you mean great value? Do it. Okay. Hear me out. And I've had Dalton Schultz over years and years of fantasy football.
Are you okay? The guy has a bruised leg and an MCL bruise.
And I popped something in my leg, and it's a slow pitch on Tuesday. Look at me now. I just worked a big old Thursday night football shift at BP. Okay, this is how it works, okay? Watch it. Look at this, okay? Rewind to this episode, like week 10. You look at Schultz, he'll have a great week. Everyone will be like, oh man, let's pick up Schultz. You'll pick him up.
I'm thinking about Ferguson.
Well, Dalton Schultz also sucks.
Yeah.
But
Sorry, my bad.
he'll have an insane week, okay? Touchdown, and this is for a tight end, so it's not really insane, but like, I don't know, 5 catches for 80 yards, right? Like, wow, let's pick him up on the waiver wire. You pick him up, He gets 3 targets, catches 1 ball for 10 yards. That's it. He didn't do that last week. He was awful. Everyone else lit it up. It's his week next week, or this week.
If you could guess the best drafted tight ends performance of fantasy football for this week, who would you think it would be? Best drafted.
That's
Okay.
drafted for week 2.
Let's say drafted in 80% of leagues
For week 2.
for week 1.
For week 1.
Week 1, the one that we
So-
just happened.
He was drafted. He performed the best out of all the tight ends.
Yeah.
Like number 1 tight end for the whole week.
He was number 2 because Isaiah Likely was number 1.
Okay.
He was I'm sorry to spoil it. If he was undrafted, he was number 1.
Yeah.
Who was number 2?
Trey McBride.
Kyle Pitts.
Oh, I have him.
Kyle Pitts was
He was number 2. He only had 10 fantasy points.
Yeah, that's how bad week 1 was
Oh,
for tight ends.
Yeah, touchdown.
He went 3 for 30, and he
A lot of us think
scored.
he's doing well. I mean, I think you said that last episode, but I
Um,
got tricked into it. I'm a Kyle Pitts fan now.
But he made it happen. So go Kyle Pitts, you're number 2. Isaiah Likely, number 1. Crazy game he put up. Could have been 2 tutties, but he missed it by a toenail.
You don't like Dalton Schultz? Take Joe Mixon.
Yeah, sorry. I
I'm
feel
a
like
Houston guy.
now that I feel like I'm taking
I
the
have
easy-
him.
Oh, who's on Amber's fantasy team?
There you go.
I feel like I'm taking the easy right out with Gibbs, and you're going for a
Well,
bit
plus
of a
two,
dog here.
plus 210 is nothing crazy.
Yeah, I think
Just
Gibbs is
mark my
plus
words.
110. But
He's minus 125. I checked when I was thinking.
yeah. I got a couple quick facts here before we end things off. Daniel Jones has thrown more touchdowns to the other team than his own since he signed his massive $120 million deal last year. That's 3 pick sixes and 2 touchdown passes that he has thrown. Steelers are 9-2 against rookie quarterbacks. They play Bo Nix on Sunday, and Fields right now is going to be the starting lineup. I think I might be swallowing the Justin Fields pill on Sunday
Don't fall for
and
it.
put him on my fantasy team.
Don't fall
Now that I've
for
lost
it.
love, my other choice is Herbert.
Oh, he's so cute.
And Herbert is
You know he's
Amber
picking the
Amber just
Chargers.
says, "Oh, but he's so cute." Yeah, but I don't know if cute
Aren't
is
you
going to win
picking
me
the
a
Chargers
fantasy
to
week
win
against
survival?
the Colts. Yeah, but
You're
they're
gonna
going to
faith
win.
in your quarterback?
Yeah, but J.K. One Leg's going to run for another 135 yards and 2 tutties. I don't know if he's going to be throwing to Lad McGumpy. Aaron Rodgers lost week 1 with the Jets. He has never started a season off 0-2. They play.
He's also never played with a broken Achilles at age 38.
They play the Tennessee Titans
He's
this
only
week
38.
on Sunday.
He's 38, right?
Uh,
I think
he's old.
I think he's 38.
C.J. Stroud
Fact check it.
has the best touchdown to interception ratio since last year. Since the season started last year, 25 touchdowns for
40
5
years old,
interceptions.
so I guess he has been 38 years before.
Yes, he has. Joe Burrow, after his abysmal performance against New England Patriots, they head up to Burrowhead Stadium. Is that where they are? They're in. Yeah, they're going to Kansas City, Burrowhead Stadium.
Most people call it Arrowhead,
Yeah,
He-
it's Arrowhead.
Burrowhead.
but we call it Burrowhead because he owns that place.
He has the chance to be the first ever
So does Taylor
quarterback.
Swift.
The first ever quarterback to beat Patrick Mahomes 4 times. There's no other quarterback that's ever beat Patrick Mahomes 4 times. Joe Burrow has the chance to do it. I don't think it's going to happen because they're 6-point dogs. 6-point dogs. But who knows? Maybe they'll decide to show up.
Remember when Jamar Chase wore the 7-Eleven necklace saying he's always open?
Always open. I hope so.
Refers to himself as the best wide receiver in the entire world.
Yeah. I hope he acts like it on Sunday.
Great outing last week, buddy. Hoping for a comeback. You got no room for cockiness on this show.
Maybe this is their way of apologizing for losing everyone's survival pool.
Imagine
They're going to
this.
come out and destroy Patrick Mahomes.
Not that you would bet on the even better. So you bet on KC to beat them, right? So your survival 2 or your survival week or week 2, you think, hey, Cincinnati sucked so bad last week. I'm picking KC to beat them this week. And then they beat KC and they knock you out again.
No, I just think they're going to do well because I hate Patrick Mahomes myself. And I just think I love anybody that can beat him. And Eagles are 7-0 in September. Go Birds.
Going back to
They play the Falcons.
There you go.
I still want to love Kirk and think he's going to be great, but obviously I want the Eagles to win. So
Yeah.
be great week 3, Kirk.
Kirk.
Feels Burke.
Burke.
Going back to the dog thing, 'cause I didn't really pick one. I'm going to say New England upsets Seattle. It's there at the sheet.
It's a pretty good pick.
I don't think that they're good. I don't think that they should have beat Cincinnati, but they did. That's all I did say. I thought they would, but they shouldn't
crazy
have.
good.
But Seattle barely squeaked by Broncos. I had a lot of eggs in Seattle's basket as my survival one, my survival week 1 pick.
Yep.
Every time I say survival, I just put other words in it. I don't complete my sentence. It's weird. So yeah, maybe New England upset Seattle.
Yeah, I like that.
Tampa will beat the spread. New England will beat Seattle.
I think the Jets put up 35 points against Tennessee. That's my prediction.
I want to believe you. We just didn't look that bending the Jets on Monday, you know what I mean?
All right, go Fields.
Aaron should change his name to Betty.
Ready?
Betty? Isn't that the song? Betty and the Jets. Elton John song?
Oh, yeah.
Or is it Benny? Benny!
Betty and the Jets.
Like that kind of sort of, no?
Yes.
I'm looking for a new record deal. Anyone out there? You never even mentioned our new cans. Look at this.
Two guy PA.
We're on a can.
That's
Two
us.
Guy Fuzzy Pitch Seltzer. It's baseball themed. It's a
Roses.
peach flavored.
We're also sponsored by Labatt's Brewery. Go Budweiser. They love it.
$7.
$7.
Any game day.
Imagine.
Anytime football's on the big screen. $7. Is there a fun segment we could do? It's like whisper your quiety. Yeah, and we whisper it like maybe like a sneaky, quiet. No, imagine. This is here we go. We're gonna talk. You sit down. You look up. Mine was only $7. And your favorite team's on the big screen. Oh my god. Does it get better than that? Oh wait, it does. Why don't I get a 5-piece on me for $9? Take a branch. Maybe some nice honey on it. Perfect.
You know what we could do? We could whisper in, we could do a little ASMR of people we're afraid to love. Teams we're afraid to love for the week.
That's right.
So Arizona, I am afraid to, talk about how much I love them. We also just set a record for the longest podcast we've ever done. At what are we at? 35 minutes now.
34.
34. Amber keeps giving us a sign to cut us
No,
off.
I would never do that.
The big wig upstairs, she asked for it to be a little longer. We didn't even do it intentionally. We have disregarded all of Amber's cues to shut up.
I've always
We're
been asked,
keeping this baby going.
I've always been asked to be a little longer.
He's referring to podcasts.
Podcasts.
It's 3 strikes tonight.
And I'm gone. This has been Two Guys on Football. Also, in case anyone's watching this, Riley's going on a team building wilderness retreat down in the boonies of Ottawa this weekend.
Benny Rogers taught me how to do it.
His strict goal there is to embrace team building exercises and and trusting your friends. So that's the 2 goals he's going down there to do. He's going to be down in the boonies. He's not going to have a whole lot of reception. So if you are trying to text Riley to get your picks in
case you listened to the first 35 minutes and you're still listening, text John instead.
text me.
Or come in a BP and do it.
519-378-5373.
You're not supposed to give out your phone number online.
Send me a text. Send me your picks.
Speaking of being of service, as you know, as we're both competing in the quarterfinals of our baseball fantasy league, I'm gonna give Nicole a huge edge when I'm away from my phone for 48 hours.
Oh,
Right when it counts. That's why I'm trying to put so much damage. I'm currently leading 10-2. Yeah.
I'm tied 6-6 to Andy.
But yeah, to be missing the entire weekend,
Yeah, that's
it
bad.
could hurt.
Yep.
I'm gonna use that fancy button that all the kids use. Start all active players.
Yeah, baby. All right, this has been 2 Guys on Football.
2 of us. We'll see you next week.
See you next week.